Fire signs, hi, this is your full moon and Scorpio reading and what to expect. That's for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. The transformational death card came up in the middle of your spread. Don't get nervous. This is just the card of release. This is the energy of release where you're going to be asked to remove any toxic people or situations from your life, and you're going to be freed from drama. And the first step to achieving this new beginning that you've been claiming in the past with the Queen of Swords energy embodied is on its way. And you know, it may be hard to believe that these things are happening and these things are going to come up, so that way that the struggle that you're no longer able to suppress, especially from the past 9 years plus, you know, is coming to the surface, and it's making you look at things differently. It's making you realize and believe that you're deserving of this new life, this new emerging version of yourself. And it's like a pivot, you know, with the Fool card in the reverse. You're when things haven't been falling into place, you know, the one thing you do have is that you've been investing in yourself. You have broken free from a lot of the things that you once were no longer fulfilled by. You started taking that and investing in yourself in whatever way, shape, or form that looks like, right? And it's bringing you to this crossroad. For some of you, it could be a relationship, a partnership, a role, a job, a community where there's no more harmony there. And with the Two of Cups in reverse, you're going to be asked to make a choice that you've been struggling with, like a crossroads. And I feel like the time, you know, is right. The time is to not hold back at this time. With the Fool card in the reverse, I'd like to see that in the upright. It's really asking you to ask for help where you need it. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. Fire signs, because you're the leaders and the babies of the zodiac. So the same way you bring comfort into other people's lives, and you've been the one always practicing patience, helping everyone balance their emotions and their thoughts, like, you know, now that you need that, you know, like, don't be afraid to reach out to those that you feel comfort with, you know, and start to also transmute the negativity in your mind if you're in your head a lot at this time. Fire signs, I feel like you have a lot of inner resources that you can pull on, because there's a sense of exhaustion when the Nine of Wands is in reverse. This is like the wounded warrior. This is Chiron in action, and it's making you, something's going to make you pause and surrender and really look at the relationships that have been displaced in an unbalanced way, where there's no equal give and take, right? And I also feel like listening to your body during this Scorpio full moon, and wherever Scorpio lies in your chart, fire signs, it could affect your health. Like, for example, I've had a serious migraine since last night, dealing with some issues. That tension headache like runs through my neck and shoulders, and it's still here, you know, a day later. But I understand, you know, the internal processes can create psychosomatic illnesses in your body. So, you know, be careful with that, because Aries rules the head, right? So fire says you're going to be harnessing this power within you, and you're going to be asked to change your relationship to power. Like, power is essential on the spiritual path, but you'll need to have energy to follow through your dreams. So a lot of like a bit of a rest, and so that you could stand up and continue to take meaningful action as you always do. So it's just kind of like a check-in, a pivot for you happening in and around this full moon. It could carry on through the rest of the month. Like, when you think about whatever it is that you're pondering, take a moment to check in and how you feel about it. You know, ask for help. Do you feel lighter? Do you feel heavier? Do you feel excited? Or do you feel the energy is filled with dread? Pay attention to your inner guidance system with the Nine of Wands. It's always going to be helpful that way. And as you surrender to silence, fire signs, you know, there's this fierce cleansing that the nature of the divine compassion within you can manifest in the reality here. So understanding this can liberate you in the process of anything that's been stagnating or obstructing your spiritual growth, it's going to be uprooted at this time with this transformation card in the middle of your deck, fire signs. So whether it's in quiet, in nature, stillness, some people meditate, go for walks, some people do yoga, some people like to sing, draw. Any silence at this time can heal and replenish you, fire signs, because you're always, going and being driven. So it's beautiful. I think just get maybe, getting out of your head, more clarity will come, and solutions will come. But it's going to take a leap of faith. This new thing is going to require, maybe you're thinking about your next steps as you know that this new chapter is unfolding for you, fire signs. It's really allowing this a little space that Scorpio full moon energy is going to allow your self-renewal to clean out the old energies and make more space that wants to be birthed for the new, into this new life, because 0 is a new beginning. So there's a pause on this for some reason, because there's something that changes maybe the timelines that you maybe have expected or been investing in, right? Like you're going to be pivoting. There's a pivot, big pivot here. And if this makes sense, please feel free to book a session with me, and I'm happy to tune in and do a private reading for you. Let's pull you an advice card from my channeled messages for fire signs. Fire signs. Not jumping. Try to get a jumper. That one, take that one. Fragmentation and joy, and the collective unconscious. This is the God level. Joy emanates from deep within your center. When you experience joy, you are never fragmented. To integrate yourself, all you have to do is do what you enjoy. Don't be irresponsible. Learn to develop, work harder, and what you do, enjoy it, to earn money, to pay someone else to do what you don't enjoy. So that's the whole confirmation of asking for help. If there's something you don't have time, effort, energy, or just don't enjoy doing, you'll have the funds to hire someone to support you with that. That's why we all have specific roles in each other's lives. Fire signs, you are really good at delegating, so that way you could slow down. It's not a race. Doesn't make you weak or less than that you're slowing down. It actually makes you strong and wise and much more able to navigate life with clarity, ease, grace, and flow.